Hello, and welcome to another episode of AP Taylor Swift. Today, we are deep diving the song Dress. And I'm so stoked for this because we have talked about Dress not once, not twice, but 3 times on the show. It's been a part of 3 different show and tells. It was a part of our style episode. It was a part of, we actually did a guest episode when we had Lauren over for romance novels, episode 65. And then we also just talked about it most recently in our last week's conversation when we talked about Bridgerton, made it a Colin Penelope song. And this time it gets its own moment. So let me take a second to just set us up. Dress came out on Reputation in the year 2017. It's written by Taylor Swift and Jack Antonoff. It recently had a moment again last year when it was a part of Summer I Turned Pretty in a very important moment. And so I know this is just one of those songs that everybody loves, but has really been having a moment again. So excited to deep dive it here today. Before we dive in, Jen, set us up. How do we do this?
Yes, I also want to point out that I also have never seen Summer I Turned Pretty, and I do think there is just a pattern that I just don't watch TV that much.
It's really funny because I don't watch TV that much, and you're one like even below me, which is incredible. Like I really don't watch TV, but I have seen these 2 shows.
A lot of live play D&D games, and that's pretty much it. So it's great. I'm the coolest person you'll ever meet. For our deep dives, we talk about who is the speaker, who is the audience. So who is speaking, who are they speaking to, and then what's the purpose? So what are they trying to accomplish with this? And at the end, we will come back and I'll say what we think the purpose of Dress is.
Okay, well, let's start with the title in this one. The title is called Dress. I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
It's about a dress.
The object of the song is a dress. I am interested because it's the object of like, what does that dress symbolize and represent? Like it's probably, every now and then when you have an object as a title, it carries deeper meaning.
Yeah, she doesn't do object titles like a ton.
Very
it's not
often,
never,
yeah.
but not a ton.
I love that you're calling it an object.
It is the object.
I know, but I didn't think of it that way. Like that's
it's a noun.
It's a noun, yeah.
Hey Joey, you are a noun.
What is that from?
What?
Did you guys
I'm sorry. Please explain.
Did you guys ever play those like educational CDs growing up where it was like 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade?
No.
Oh, it was just my parents made me do educational games.
No, I definitely did, but not that one.
What is it like like hold on, 2nd grade? Sorry.
Hey Joey, you're a noun? That's really
there was a song and it was like, hey Joey,
pivot
you are a noun. Every person, place, or thing, like a diamond or a ring, they are all nouns.
Well, it is, and it is.
I love this for us.
I'm so just moving past whatever just happened. I support it, but I don't know how to react to it.
But moving on.
I mean, she does nouns like blank space is technically a noun. It's an adjective and a noun, but it is
Jumpstart 2nd grade. There was a frog.
Okay.
Well,
I played Jumpstart games, but I don't remember that. Anyways, it's a noun that is something that is tangible. So it's not a noun that's like it's not you say person, place, or thing. This is a thing. And she doesn't do that very often.
She does not do that very often. That is correct.
Yes.
Wow, we got to that in the weirdest possible way.
Cool. Okay, well, let's start.
Song is about a thing. What does the thing do? Let's go.
I can
This is a morning recording. We have all had caffeine.
It's a morning, like, holiday last week of work recording.
So everyone knows when we recorded this.
Our secret moments okay, I don't think this is right. It says your crowded room.
I'll start. I'll read it. Our secret moments in a crowded room. I have it in a crowded room.
That's correct.
Okay. Our secret moments in a crowded room. They got no idea about me and you. There is an indentation in the shape of you. Ed Sheeran reference? I don't know. Made your mark on me a golden tattoo.
Oh, so good. Our secret moments in a crowded room reminds me of, wait for it, Enchanted.
Enchanted, 100%.
So we got there right away.
There we were again that night.
And the contrast between secret in a crowded room immediately tells you kind of the relationship between who these 2 people are, even though we just have the hour. And it also starts with hour, which is interesting because it brings together the I and the you.
Yeah, 2 characters, maybe more. No, 2, because it says 2. Me and you.
Oh, yeah. This is a song that's like It's only about them. They got no
Yeah.
idea. There's a they, but they got no idea about me and you,
Yeah.
which is why it's secret.
How do you, this is totally up to interpretation, but I'm just curious, how have you guys always interpreted secret moments? Like, what are those moments? Are they,
Looks,
yeah,
glances.
I'm curious.
I also think I think they're glances, and they're like when you know somebody else in the room in a very crowded space, but nobody else knows what's going on between you. Those secret moments are more than just what is happening in that room. It's about who you two are to one another. That everybody else has no idea.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think rather than specific acts, to me, it is more about like when you're in a relationship of any kind and no one else is aware, then every interaction is actually a secret moment because nobody understands the significance of it. And so that was kind of what I imagined rather than like, oh, it's not like a touch here, a glance there, or like something. It's just more of just like anything that happens between the two of us is a secret moment because no one knows that it actually has a lot of weight.
Since the next two lines do kind of get embodied of there is an indentation in the shape of you, made your mark on me a golden tattoo, which can be emotional, but like tattoos, indentations are more physical. It often makes me think of the hand flex from Pride and Prejudice. That something as simple as a like quick hand touch, which is meaningless when you do it with anyone else. Like a friend helped me yesterday because I was about to slip on some ice, and it was like whatever.
He grabbed you.
A friend helped me, and it was great. Thanks, friend. But that's different than a hand touch with someone you're having like that.
Talk about female gaze. That's like the
exactly.
ultimate.
Apparently, this is a Bridgerton thing, but apparently Jonathan Bailey did that in season 2 of Bridgerton without like, and people were like, "Did you do this on purpose?" Because it was Darcy.
He's like,
and
"Do
like
what?"
I think he like denied it, but everyone's like, "You totally did this on purpose."
Which I don't think what the moment is what the moment is not as important, but I just wanted to ask because I do think it is interesting that to me some of my interpretation is stuff that is meaningless with a friend or someone, a stranger, takes on this whole new meaning of like, to me the idea of a golden tattoo is like that frisson, that spark you feel. Sparks are golden. That you briefly touch hands or you make eye contact, that you feel like the indentation in the shape of you, the mark on me, like you feel that light up as you're talking to that person and no one else knows because it's all like internal.
I mean, nobody else knows that you two have been together.
Yeah.
And that is the indentation.
Very together,
that is the mark.
we will
very together.
Yeah, this is where I bring a reference that we've actually surprisingly made multiple times on this show, but the faiths in Hercules and the thread that turns golden like is like a thing of making immortal, and Taylor has used the color golden in a very significant way in multiple songs. But here, like when I see golden tattoo, I am thinking of like something more immortal or something that is like it's almost been like touched by the gods, or like there's something special about it where it's not just a tattoo, it's like a golden tattoo. It's special.
Well, and I also, it makes me like the spark too is like heat of, like he like brushes up against my arm. I feel right where he touched me. I feel the heat starting to grow because it's that connection sparked that. And it's all of the above.
Something that is like such a like Indian thing in every Indian Bollywood movie. There's like a hand touch that happens like this, and the way you did it just like killed me. Indian people are like obsessed with wrists for some reason.
Love it.
Dainty wrists on women. Yes, but I totally agree. I do want to like the shape of you. I was like joking and saying like the Ed Sheeran reference, but I do think Shape of You was a very prominent song. When did it come out in relation to this? Really fast.
This came out in 2017.
Same year. So Shape of You came out in 2017.
So we know they're sharing notes.
When did it come out in 2017? Now I want to know exactly.
It's got to be before because this came out in the fall.
Yeah, because the reason that it's so interesting is that song was everywhere. January 2017.
So early.
So and that song was everywhere on the radio. Like it was constantly playing. And there's something about the indentation in A Shape of You. Like having that song in my head, my immediate is like, now my bed sheets smell like you. So I actually like get this visual of a bed right away in this first paragraph, even though nothing about a bed has been said. It's in a crowded room. Nobody knows this relationship. But in my head, like that's the indentation that I think of, not like a metaphorical indentation on me.
I think it's both.
It totally could be. I'm just saying that like she's doing something here where
Yes,
you like get
and
this visual, you
Yeah.
know?
That does explain to me now. We don't do rumors, but I am now understanding why when the song came out, people were like, "Oh, it's Dress about Ed Sheeran," and I was like, "What?" And now I'm guessing it's because of that
'Cause of this line.
connection. So this is just me realizing many years later why a rumor was happening. I was like very confused.
I love that.
Okay, we can move on and learn a little bit more about these indentations and marks. All of the silence and patience, pining and anticipation. My hands are shaking from holding back from you. Ah, ah, ah. All of the silence and patience, pining and desperately waiting. My hands are shaking from all of this. Ah, ah, ah. Ah.
Lovely. The odds are really.
And I don't want to get too into character.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Love the internal rhyme.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
Here.
it's so good. I was thinking the same thing.
Really
and the
creates a
alliteration.
rhythm. Yeah. I mean,
Pining, patience, pining, and anticipation. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
satisfying.
and
Silence
the-
and pining, patience, anticipation.
all of the silence. Yeah, the L's, the P's, the ends.
I tap and like the rhythm is so important and that rhythm is so
Yeah.
satisfying.
It's like a rhythm of
Yeah.
like a headboard hitting a wall, maybe. I'm just trying to think of like rhythm
Where have I
things.
heard that before?
Is every stanza about a bed?
I mean, I
Yes.
think yes, to a certain extent.
I mean, it's clever because it's not just one, it's not just two. There's like multiple sounds here that are playing together. And so it's very musical, of course, in the way it's just the L, the L's, the N's, the
And then the
T's.
ahs are very breathy. You get like all of the
Yeah.
textures here.
I love it when she does interject these onomatopoeias to be completely technical. It's because you have lyrics, and the lyrics are the star of the show. They're the hero. That's her bread and butter. That's what she's really good at. And then the way that she inserts space into the songs to like let you feel the thing. Like sometimes to me, it feels that when she inserts these things like the breathy noises or the ahs or the oohs or the la la la,
Interesting.
like it gives us as a listener space to just feel the thing that she has just said. And so here she's talking about silence. And we talked about this love
Yes.
previously, and like that's also like you can hear it in the silence. And this is like one of those moments where like, how do you communicate silence with words? And so she's like, all of the silence and patience and pining and anticipation, these are things that require time. They require you to pause and wait. And then she adds in the ah.
Love that. And we don't often get a pre-chorus at all, let alone such a long pre-chorus. And to your point, this is still creating pining and anticipation. Like we are anticipating what comes next.
Yeah. Oh, I love that too.
And I the building from the secret moments to the silence and patience, pining, anticipation. You imagine her in this crowded room just pining for this person. Her hands are shaky. And like, I think that sometimes is why I get the Darcy hand touch.
Yeah.
Like the idea that their hands brush and now her hands are shaking because she's like, oh gosh.
I have to hold back from you in a crowded room.
And then she kind of repeats it, pining and desperately waiting. And I obviously know what she's doing, but yeah, to the onomatopoeia. And also the like, it's innuendo in some ways, because it's my hands are shaking from all this. And if you're just reading it, it's from all this ah, ha, 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 ah. It's like, what are you shaking from, Taylor? What are all this what, Taylor?
Well, and foreshadowing also, like we know the dress is coming off because we've all heard the song. And I just think that the shaky undressing is also like such a thing in the genre of romance of like shakily take the dress off, like shakily undressing, and like there's always buttons and like they always require a lot of...
Why are the buttons? Why somebody bra straps are so difficult?
If you have shaky hands and you can't undo the buttons, and then it builds
anticipation.
Like,
too many buttons.
It's all a part of the thing, you know? Like it's all a part of a thing. And so I think the shaking hands are just very important.
And that anticipation is leading into the chorus, which I can read.
And and we get the silence. So go ahead, Jen.
Say my name and everything just stops. I don't want you like a best friend. Only bought this dress so you could take it off. take it ha 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 ha. It's really weird to read this, but I don't want to
I
like
think
go
it's
all
more
in
like
either.
I don't know why it's written as ha ha ha.
I am reading
I
it as
also
it's
have ha ha
written.
ha.
I feel
I
like
think it's because it's breathy. I think she's like ha
It
ha
is.
ha ha.
Yeah, probably. And then there's a second half of it. Carve your name into my bedpost, because I don't want you like a best friend. Only bought this dress so you could take it off. Take it ha ha ha.
I don't want you like a best friend is like the understatement of the year.
Yeah. I also assumed that was why people thought it was Ed Sheeran. And then, anyways, again, it doesn't matter. But
love.
it's like those light bulb moments. I really had one earlier and I'm still like processing it. Anyways.
Say my name and everything just stops. Really ties so nicely to the silence, patience, pining, and anticipation, because and also you finally get them interacting with one another. Say my name.
Mm-hmm.
And when we interact, when you say that, I go blank. Everything stops.
I
For
also
a
think
girl
of it
who
like-
doesn't stop ever.
True.
I also think it's like everything around her stops, like everything,
the whole world.
And that's also such a romance. Like, we're obviously being deeply influenced by last week, but it is this common, like in rom-coms and romance movies and romance books, whatever it may be. It is so common to have that moment, particularly visually, where like they're meeting in the middle of the dance floor and everything else goes quiet. And it's just the two, like it's the idea of the world going quiet when you're with that person is a very common way to describe that moment.
Is it in Bridgerton? It might be in one of the Bridgertons where two of them are dancing and like literally everybody else disappears.
Daphne and Simon. Yeah. It's like when they're fake dating and they
realize that they love each other. And like
actually, I think it happens in all of them. It probably happens in every season.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure it happens in the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice when they're the time when they finally dance. Like everything goes kind of quiet as they're dancing when later on.
Well, it definitely happens with Kate and Anthony also, actually. There's a moment.
That must be why I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because that's the one I just watched.
I do think, this song is very like by the book romance, like these are all the things.
Which is why we talked about it when we did romance novels.
Yes, there was a reason. So this is not coming across as new, but I do like there's something about like, when you have a crush and you just like your head like always, or maybe you guys didn't have this, but this was very much my case. It was like your head just like turns in the direction of the person and like it feels like that person is like the gravity, and like you're just
the modern day is you're constantly checking your phone.
Sure, fine. But like even like I'm saying that the presence really, like when people say it's magnetic, like there really is something about like your entire, like nobody else actually matters. You are
you're
focused on this one person. And I think about this all the time. Like I say my husband's name all the time. Like I say Krish, like he'll talk about me, whatever. But like when we talk, like we live together, there's like not that many times where he like directly addresses me. And when he does, it's still awesome. Like it's just like every now and then he'll just be like Monsi, and I'll be like, oh hello. Like you hear it. Like you're suddenly like you're attuned to that more. I think that when the person like says your name, there's something to who is saying your name that holds power.
It is very nice to know that still happens after 10 years of marriage, because in dating, when someone like first uses your name to address you specifically, it is very like, oh
yeah,
okay.
I mean, because I think a lot of times we spend talking about each other, but there's something like when the person directly addresses you that still like feels like, ooh, hello. Especially
in a quiet, intimate moment. It's very emotional.
Well, and I like to even like go even a step further back, because like all of this is great and I agree, but also the fact that it's not when you touch me everything stops, when you kiss me it's say my it's so simple, it's so basic. And I think maybe I was being influenced by that when I was talking about the beginning of like there's so many things that strangers do it or friends do it and it's just normal, and then the person you love does it
totally
and you're
different.
like and so like it's really going back, it is the simplest. People say your name a million times a day, but this person says it and everything stops.
It's different.
It sounds different.
I don't want you like a best friend.
No.
Like this is what it does to me when you say my name.
Yeah.
I don't want you to say my name the way everybody else says my name.
It's also funny because when I first started dating my husband, my mom was like, why do you have to date? Like you're 16 years old. Why can't he just be a special friend? And I was like, no.
Mother, what do you think we should do as special friends?
I was like, she was
At
like,
16.
why? She was like, why can't you be friends? And I was like, because I want to kiss him. It's that obvious. My mom was like, oh my gosh, 16-year-old.
So you weren't going to tell her because I bought this dress for him to take it off.
No,
That's why
no,
we can't
not at
be special
16.
friends.
I had
Obviously
no money.
not.
I had no, I
Yeah,
had no
it was a fine
money. I had no
dress.
privacy. I had nothing at 16.
But I think going back to your point, Jen, about the simple things, right? We're not saying when you touch me, I feel this way. This is when you say my name. This is how I like what it makes me want is I bought this dress so you could take. I only bought this dress so you could take it off. That's what I want here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, speaking of the wanting, I do like that comparison of I don't want you like a best friend. I want you to take this dress. Like she's saying, like, I don't want this. I want this.
Let me be
That's
very
why I
clear.
felt like that's why I thought it was the understatement of the year. Like it's just like her
Yeah.
being polite. You know?
Like, let me be very clear with my expectations.
Yeah.
Expectation setting early in dating is
Like,
very
how do
important.
I-
Female gaze
be-
romance novel.
So let me be very clear about my expectations about what
But
this
to me,
is.
it's like, how do I say this non-crassly? I don't want you like a best friend. Like to me, it's like a euphemism for
I also think-
please take this dress off right now.
But I also think the euphemism of I only bought this dress so you could take it off is also very powerful and very female gaze. You could get a lot more crass, but you're
no,
not.
you totally yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But even
And I
that is
love
like
it.
turning it up a notch. But it starts so innocent and then
Right.
immediately escalates.
Is it immediate? That song is called Dress.
Well,
No, I know, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that like within 2 lines, you have
Yes.
this innocuous. I don't want you like a best friend, and then
You're like,
immediately like I actually just want you to take the dress off.
yeah, just let's cut to the chase here.
well,
Carve your name into my bedpost. Let's just
Yeah,
accelerate.
the escalations continue.
Well, I want to go back to the dress thing for a hot second, which we'll get to it again in the second half of this, but it's also premeditated. So
Yes.
this isn't, yes, there's a lot of passion here, but it's not like, oh, we shouldn't do this. It's a moment of passion. She's like, I am
an adult.
seducing you.
She's an adult. And I think
Yes.
I think if we go back in the Taylor history, this is the first album where she has been very explicitly sexual. I mean, we just in the last week talked about Wildest Dreams, which was a bit more romantic. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room. So we've touched upon and insinuated that there are sexual encounters. This is, for the time, very explicit. This is pre-Wood. We hadn't seen Wood yet.
I mean, it's been like almost 10 years since this.
Dress
so
walk
we,
so
things
Wood
have
could
only
just fly.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I mean, you compared it to Penelope, but it's the idea of a woman looking at a man she wants and then actively going shopping and
Yeah.
putting together an outfit that's going to be like, this outfit will be the one that makes it clear that we're not just best friends here, that there's something more. This will be what escalates it. Like, it's not just like, oh, I want you. You are planning, you are putting together an action item list of how to make this happen.
I loved that you used the term premeditated, which is usually used for murder, but
Murder.
like girl slayed, you know, like
I
girl
know.
came to slay with this dress.
Petite mort in
Girl
mind.
came to slay.
There is a petite mort. There is a death involved. So
It's true.
thought the other thing that came to my mind is like when you think about wanting to be intimate with someone, you're like, oh, what underwear am I wearing?
Mhm.
This is the dress. Like this is forget
The whole
you know,
packaging, yeah.
this is before anything comes off. This is what I want. Which I also think is very interesting because the dress is what everybody in that crowded room sees. Lingerie is only meant for you and that other person. And so I think there's something there as well. This idea of this dress that we go back to the first line.
Secret moments.
I had to get to it. Our secret moments in a crowded
Yeah.
room. Part of that secret moment
Yeah.
could be, you know,
That recognition,
that this
yeah.
dress
That's a good point.
was not meant to be seen. It was meant to be taken off, which is very intimate and passionate in a very different way than anything a man would write or say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the carve your name into the bedpost is
Different type of tattoo.
yes. I like
Yeah,
that.
I do like something about this is so like I don't know if visceral is the right word, but there's something like there's something very primal maybe is the word.
Primal is a good
yeah,
word.
like it's
not-
carving into
Yeah.
wood is
Yeah.
like this
There's
old,
wood. Here we go. There's the wood.
Stop.
well, I don't know if this is the same context, but I like the act of like carving or chiseling something in like It's just an old way of writing, right? Like very ancient methodologies.
You see the trope of carving your initials into a tree to cement your
Exactly.
love, because
Yes.
trees.
That's what I was trying to get at. It's like an ageless, timeless, old human thing. And I like it every now and then she'll like incorporate those in of like, this isn't just a fling. Like we
Yeah.
went from don't want to be your, like, I don't like you like a best friend, and brought this just so you can take it off. I guess you, until now, you don't know how serious this is. It could just be a casual dalliance,
Dalliance.
alliance, but with a
Down.
D. No,
It is an alliance
with a D.
with a D.
Stop.
Oh God.
It could be something casual, but the carving into the bedpost does feel like carving your initials into a tree. It feels like more commitment. It feels like something longer name. It feels like nobody else is coming to this bed. It's yours.
Well, she's mixing things because on the other hand, you have I don't want to be another notch in your bedpost. So the idea that you're just making notches for all the people that are sharing your bed with you. And so she's kind of mixing of like, on one hand, this is just another notch on my bedpost, but I'm carving your name. So
I've never heard notch in the bedpost. I've heard notch in the belt.
Really? You've never heard notch in the bedpost?
I'm very naive. Let me be clear, Jen. Have we not learned that about me?
Yeah, it's I
trust you.
Confirm this, but yeah, and from some dictionary, I don't know, internet, it's notch on one's bedpost. It's idiomatic slang for a sexual conquest, a casual sexual partner.
Okay.
So like, if you don't want to be another notch on someone's bedpost, it's like, oh, I'm just
Right.
making
Another
marks for
check
everyone.
mark. Yeah.
Here to stay.
Exactly.
Like, here to stay.
No,
for
this is
good,
your
like, carve in
name.
the name.
So
yeah.
she's kind of doing both of like, this is a sexual conquest that matters a little more than a casual one. And I'm pointing that out because I'm have a theory, having heard the song before, that in the bridge we'll get to like more of what this means. But she's doing this thing, I think, here where she's kind of like teetering on the edge of like, oh, I just got this just for you to take it off. You're another name on my bedpost, but you're like, I'm carving your name in. But like, is this just a sexual conquest? But maybe more?
No,
like
a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Which I think takes us to the next verse.
Yes,
it does.
Nicely. Inescapable. I'm not even gonna try. And if I get burned, at least we were electrified. I'm spilling wine in the bathtub. You kiss my face and we're both drunk. Everyone thinks that they know us, but they know nothing about.
I love so much how she's playing in the song with the idea of golden, which is like immortal, shimmering, luxurious, rich, and it's also electrified, burning, hot, sparks. Like it's
Yeah.
And I think she's tiptoeing here on like, is this golden and permanent, or am I going to get burned?
Right,
But
and
at
she
least
doesn't
we're
know.
electrified, so that's something. That's
Yeah.
It's like
it's
there's definitely a spark. Is the spark gonna just like be fire, or is it?
Is it going to be forever, or is it going to go down in flames?
Yeah, you know, another way to put it.
Yeah. God, what if we only spoke in Taylor Swift lyrics? I think
we could go for
do it.
longer
Like, if
than we
anybody
should.
could do it, we could do it.
You could do it. I don't know if I could do it.
I like that it's inescapable. I'm not even gonna try. So
Yeah.
here's my question: is this inescapable? Because she's like, it's inescapable. I'm not even gonna try. And it's like, girl, are you sure it's inescapable, or are you just choosing for it to be inescapable?
Free will.
And I mean, again, she's teetering so much here that I think it's like maybe both. It's like, to me, it's like the equivalent of like getting into a cell and being like, oh, I can't get out, but like the door's unlocked and she's just never tried it.
Yeah,
oh no.
I see it a little bit of like, there's no point in fighting. It's inevitable. So like more of that way of like, there's no point because it's going to be wasted energy. Like I know the reality. So like inescapable, I'm not even going to try it because like you'd just be wasting your time.
But like, as a human being, she could walk away. She absolutely could escape this, but she's saying like who I am or what the situation is, like I'm in it, whatever.
I think this
or
goes
she's
back
saying
to
that
our
you can't. Yeah.
I think this goes back to our conversations that we've had before about fate versus free will.
Yeah.
And what is the role of fate? What is the role of that invisible string? And we know that she loves the idea of fate and having something be fated. But she also is very clear that she is in control. We know about Mastermind
and she got this dress for him to take it off.
Right.
She
So
has been
she's being
absolutely in
premeditated.
control until this moment.
But-
But she's leaning into it rather than leaning out.
Right. She's saying this is a feeling that isn't escapable. So it says I'm not even gonna try, but it's probably I don't even want to try.
I think that's what I'm saying. Is
Right.
like, is this truly inescapable, or is her lack of desire
It's
of
like,
trying to
but
escape
not gonna
what
try.
makes
To
it
Jodi's
inescapable?
point, though, like if it is really fated, if it is this fated idea, then it would be it would be a moot point to try, right? Like there's a sense of like it will happen. It's just a matter of when.
I think she's okay with it being inescapable because she says, if I get burned, at least we were electrified. Like, at least it was good. I think there's some element here of I'm not necessarily expecting that this lasts forever because at least I enjoyed it. Like, if I get burned, at least it was electric and it was something I chose because I decided I'm not going to try and escape this fate.
Yeah, I think I maybe to me the most compelling argument would be that she's past the point of no return because she bought the dress. She's actively
you can always
pursuing
return
this.
the dress. It's always returnable.
I know, but like I think at this point, like they've been in the room,
she's made a decision.
She's carved the bedpost, but like I understand the concept of fate, but like she has made so many active choices that I think there is like some irony of being like, it's inescapable. And it's like, well, then don't buy that dress. Don't do this.
She's saying she has no agency, but this whole song is about having agency.
Yeah,
I like that you guys are talking about that. I think I like slightly disagree only because I like fate a lot, and I like the interesting thing about agency is it's often a thing that comes up when you're powerless to stop something. Agency is like how you find power within that, right? Like to navigate that sometimes. And so in this situation, it feels like there are larger things at play here. It's like marionette, like strings are being pulled. There's things that are about to happen no matter what, but it's a matter of when. I can try to fight it and it would just be delaying the inevitable, but it might still happen anyways. Or I can just lean in, and I see the like buying the dress, like just committing, just like we're just gonna do this as like I'm seeing this very much as like let's just cut the chase. Like we know where this is going. There's like it's gonna happen no matter what. Don't know if it's a good thing or not, but it's gonna happen. So the agency is like taking control of what you can in my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess I just like think about like, I'm not going to do it, but if I didn't want to be married anymore, I could, at this moment, I could leave this recording and walk out my door and never come back. I'm not going to, but like the idea that any relationship
Thank God.
I know, and that any relationship is truly inescapable. Like, I think I just personally don't buy that.
Yeah.
But because she says, I'm not even going to try, to me is saying she has chosen that it's inescapable.
Yeah.
That she's saying, here are all the factors, and there might be like a tiny window. Like, for me to get up and leave would be an insane life decision that would have a lot of consequences.
Yeah.
And I think she's saying, like, the consequences of this are less than what fighting this would be.
Yeah. I think both are right. But this is where I think like the philosophy that you are approaching it from can make a difference. Cause like y'all know about me and my 7 lifetime situation. So like sometimes it is inescapable, you know, like, but I think that's like neither is wrong or right, but it could be either. And I think that's something that's like fun is like depending on how much you believe in that aspect, maybe there's like a more of an inevitability than not. But then it's also really nice if it is like, I don't even care. Like, I don't even want to try and they're choosing to do that. Like, I think there's like a different charm to that.
How does this all connect to the next 2 lines then? I'm spilling wine in the bathtub. You kiss my face and we're both drunk. Because I love the visual, but it feels out of place with everything.
Yeah, like you just went really, really big and philosophical and like macro, and then you're like,
yes,
wine in the bathtub. I mean, one thing that I immediately think is I could use a nice bathtub.
You're like, I would like a moment by myself with a glass of wine in the bathtub. Thank you very much.
Well, everything, I mean, not to say that like taking a bath together isn't sexual. It obviously is, but that's not what they're doing. You're kissing my face and we're both drunk. You imagine them like laughing a little bit and she's spilling the wine. Like, I think there's something
there's a
here.
Bit of clumsiness.
There's a little bit of clumsiness, and this feels a little bit more like we've moved from the bedpost. So the idea of like another notch in the bedpost, your name on my bedpost, what does this mean? We've moved on to a different spot. This is our first time where we don't have any sort of bed reference happening.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, it's like, oh, something has progressed here of, oh, I got the dress, you're going to take it off, we're just going to do this, it's fun, it's great, it's whatever. And then it's like, I think the inescapable is like, well, to me, it reads as I'm developing feelings. I could try to get out of those. I'm not even going to try. If I get burned, whatever, it was worth it. And then we move into a scene that's a little more like
intimate.
And yeah, it is still sexual, but it has a different layer of like, intimacy to it.
It's also a secret moment versus the crowded
Yes.
room, right? Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
like you're in the bathroom, in the bathtub, not even the bathroom, the bathtub. Like that's a secret moment. There's also something there. I always connected getting electrified with the bathtub.
Yes.
Same.
Okay, I was
Totally
going to bring
same.
that up. I think it is really interesting that you have that in
Yes.
two lines that are next to each other.
So that's always what I thought of, because when you say I'm spilling something in the bathtub, I'm like, don't bring your hair dryer near the bathtub.
Right.
Because
like
you'll get
getting
electrocuted.
electrified and
Yeah.
being in a water is,
Yeah.
it
Those
feels
two,
like a choice.
it's a choice. This girl, it's a choice. She knew what she was doing. Just like she knows what she's doing buying that dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we repeat the pre-chorus, the chorus, and the
Well,
part of the chorus again.
The end of the verse is everyone thinks that they know us, but they know nothing about all of the silent information, right? Like
Yeah,
that they
this-
don't know these moments that we have together.
Yeah, I think this is going back to that private momentness of
Same.
this thing, like this is something that's like very much behind closed doors. Like nobody has any idea of what we're like. These are the moments that like they're just for them.
Yeah.
No one needs to know about it except for like in this song.
No one needs to know about it. Anyways, let me tell all of you.
Everybody. So here's what happens in our secret moments.
But it does definitely add to that intimacy
Yeah.
aspect. Okay, so pre-chorus again. All of the
Then
silence
chorus.
and patience, pining,
Yeah.
anticipation. Hands are shaking from holding you back. Ha.
Yeah. So we got, all right, you want to keep going? Because we got it all repeats until we
Yeah,
get
it
to
all
the bridge.
repeats.
You can keep going, but it all repeats until we
Let's
get
go
to
to the bridge.
Okay, I can read the bridge. Flashback when you met me, your buzz cut and my hair bleached. Even in my worst times, you could see the best in me. Flashback to my mistakes, my rebounds, my earthquakes. Even in my worst lies, you saw the truth in me. And I woke up just in time. Now I wake up by your side. My one and only, my lifeline. I woke up just in time. Now I wake up by your side. My handshake, I can't explain this.
This is
Well done.
interesting.
See, I think that the inescapable was her feelings, and the bridge is her being like, this is turning into a real thing. This isn't just the
Yeah.
bedpost and the dress. This is something real. And okay.
Well, it's interesting because this person, like, she's like, I don't want you like a best friend. But I think, yeah, we were just talking about this, like Penelope and Colin, but like this person was a best friend. Like this person has been around. There are flashbacks here that
Yeah.
indicate that this person has been around for a long time. They met a long time ago when they were in different phases, presumably, like the buzz cut, the hair bleached.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she mentions worst times. You saw the best in me. I think just like the repetition of flashback, like we're making a point to stress how long this relationship has existed.
Yeah.
I love what you said. Flashback, like they were different people. That things have changed, right? And the way that that's visualized is through their hair. Your buzz cut and my hair bleached. That also insinuates that was part of her worst times, right? Because she says, even in my worst times, you could see the best in me. So a lot of this bridge is about things were really bad and you made them better in some way.
Yeah.
Like even in my worst times, flashbacks to my mistakes, my rebounds, my earthquakes, even in my worst lies, you saw the truth in me. That's very deep. That is not physical.
Yes. Well, and this is a small point, but the buzz cut in particular is like the idea of someone having a buzz cut and they don't, like that takes a decent amount of time
to grow
like,
out. Yeah.
Hair growing is not a fast process, which just adds to the point. But like out of all the ways she could have expressed, like we met a while ago, she used a very specific image that does tell you like, oh, someone's hair has grown a lot. Okay. Time passed.
Same with
makes
hair
me think of
bleach. Like once you bleach your hair, that takes some time to come out.
Yeah. It makes me think of like really bad wigs on TV shows when they want to show a different time period and they give someone like bangs or like a really bad wig to be like, oh, it was a different time. Their hair looked like hair is how we denote time a lot often.
It also kind of gives a lot of context then to the earlier verses, our secret moments in a crowded room. They have no idea about me and you. That this is not something new that they have no idea about. This is something that has gone on for a bit, to the fact that we have flashbacks and I woke up just in time, that all these things that I thought or that sounded in these verses and these early choruses like early dating really either were a long time ago or have been going on for a long time. And to your point, Monty, there was time for a friendship to develop such that now I'm like, I don't want you like a best friend.
Yeah. And I think that the I woke up just in time to me is also going back to some of the like, oh, I bought this dress, we're carving your name on my bedpost, and then the inescapable of like, and I'm not even going to try. I think it's her waking up to like, I was developing very real feelings, and now I've woken up to what that means. And now I wake up by your side, which is much more intimate. Like, this, I think it's fun that these lines are on the same album of New Year's Day, where it's like it's not just the fun night before kissing in the bathtub, spilling wine in the bathtub, but now I wake up by your side in the morning. It's New Year's Day, it's the next day, it's the simple doing life together, and now that's what's happening.
I want to take a second to dispel the rumors part of this podcast and just say that Ed Sheeran felt the need to come clean about the fact that he'd never had a buzz cut to like tell people that this song was not about it.
I love it. Thank you, Ed Sheeran.
So funny. Oh my gosh.
Like, just in case.
So good.
I love that he had to make comments about that and be like, guys,
amazing.
I've
He's like,
never had
never
a
had
buzz
a
cut.
buzz
That's so, you also know, like, I mean, we don't know for sure, but I'm almost certain they had a conversation that was like, oh, imagine. Like, people think the song's about
Talk
us.
about best friendships.
I'm imagining her like playing an early version to him, and he's like, "Can you just like please put in something that makes it very clear?
Very clear
This
it's not
was
me."
not
He's like,
me.
you know what they're gonna do.
You know what they're gonna do."
God, I love that.
I saw like this is so random, but I saw like there was like a trend on, I don't know, Reddit or something that was like, if you have a male best friend, he just definitely wants to sleep with you. Here's a challenge. Text him and be like, I want you. Let's have sex. And a girl did it, and the response that her friend just sent was, I'd rather die. And I was like, that's so funny to me. And as someone with a male best friend can relate.
Yeah, can confirm. Can confirm. Would rather
funny.
die.
It was so funny.
I love that. Well,
And then
that's why she doesn't want him like a best friend. Let's be clear.
yeah, true. But yeah, so she woke up by his side, and then I mean, like, the intensity builds so quick into like, I woke up just in time, now I wake up by your side. My one and only, my lifeline is like, whoa, okay.
Sometimes
This
it'd
is
be
not
like that,
just
you know?
a dress getting taken off scenario.
Right. We
here.
have escalated.
Well, so
Yeah.
this begs the question, revisiting. I know we're not quite at purpose yet, but like, do we like what does the dress represent? Because we're like, it's not the dress is the object here, but clearly it is a path to a lifeline, one and only.
I don't know. I mean, we are almost at purpose, because then what happens is we get the chorus again, and then the outro is a repetition of the first verse. There's an indentation in the shape of you. Only bought this dress so you can take it off. You made your mark on me, a golden tattoo. Only bought this dress so you could take it off. So we should get to a purpose. Do I have one? I think.
I liked the discussion we were having earlier about like the agency within the situation, like whether you feel like it's inescapable or not. I like that the dress represents the choice to lean in and just like commit, you know, like maybe that's the catalyst of like taking it. Like somebody's got to make the first move, and it's almost like her just being like, this is what I want to wear. This is what I want to happen, going in with the premeditation.
I think I have
wonder-
mine, but
Oh,
I
go
don't-
ahead, Jen. No.
Okay.
Oh, please.
I think this, so we didn't, I don't know if we talked about this in last week's episode, but Penelope and Colin is the friends to lovers trope. And this song is absolutely friends to lovers, like 10 out of 10 choice, Monzi, you killed it. And I think that that's what's happening here, of like friends starting to develop feelings, friends doing some stuff together, and then friends being like, oh, but no, we actually want to be together. It's like that full journey, but it's really kind of condensed down. But I agree. Like, I think the fact that the song is called Dress means the dress is really important. And there's two things to it. One, yes, we talked about intentionality, but I also think like, I don't know why. I don't know if I'm projecting, but I'm also thinking a little bit about just like the joy of girlhood, like being in high school. Monty married her high school sweetheart, but being in high school and having a crush on someone and being like, well, like, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to put together this outfit, like trying to be like, how do I get this person's attention? And then doing that as an adult of being like, I'm so like enamored by this person that I'm thinking about them as I'm getting ready for this event, and I'm wearing this for him, I'm wearing this for that person, I'm in a crowded room, I don't care if anyone else likes this dress is for that person. Like, it's so intentional, and it's so, again, that friends to lovers, the Penelope as a wallflower, again, such a good comparison from last week of how do I break out of the friend zone in some ways, but how do I get this person's attention? And then to me, the song comes across as I got this dress so you could take it off, and we did, and that's great. And then, oh no, these feelings are very real. Okay, well, it's inescapable. Like, to me, the inescapable line is her being like, well, okay, but like I'm fine with it. Like, she's still like, even if I get burned, at least we were electrified. Like, I'm like, she's playing so cool in this whole song, and then we get to the bridge and it's like, no, this is life-shatteringly important, life-changing, my one and only, my lifeline. Like, she's finally admitting to herself how important this is, how this is more than just handshaking, but it's both. And that's what I really like about the song. I think my takeaway is that this is a long journey. It's a very fun way to explore the journey. I think there, and I haven't fully thought about it, maybe one of you want to talk about it, I think the dress could be like some armor, and the dress coming off is like a vulnerability thing there too that we see in the bridge. But one of the things that I really like about this song is the idea that they are best friends and her hands are shaking. There's this whole list, like, I don't want you like a best friend, but you are my best friend. That this is a really holistic song about you see the best in me, all of that stuff, and my hands are shaking. She gets both, and I think that's really fun. And again, very female gaze, very romance novel, that it's not someone you get along with, it's not someone that you find very attractive, it's someone who's both.
Love that. And I think I can build on what you were saying around the dress, the representation of the dress as vulnerability, because I think to me, this song and the dress in particular represents the private versus public persona and the private versus public moments. Because here we have this dress
Totally.
that everybody can see, right? Like, this is a dress that you wear out in public in a crowded room, but the purpose of the dress is for a private moment and a private experience. And I think that the dress and the song represents, everybody sees one thing, but you see me as something different. And we get that in the bridge. You could see the best in me. You saw the truth in me. And so I think it really represents to your point, Jen, the armor of the public persona and the vulnerability and the softness and the end of the private persona, all woven in this idea of when you are in a relationship with somebody, your private life and intimate moments, nobody knows what those are. And you can go out in the world with this person and nobody has any idea of what your experiences are when it's just the two of you, when you are spilling wine in the bathtub. And and especially, for anybody, you don't have to be in a public persona and a public person to have this experience of who we are outside in a crowded room and crowded spaces is a very different relationship potentially, or a different experience. Nobody else can experience what we experience when it's just the two of us, or nobody else can know me like this person knows me. Um, and so, yeah, I think I think that we see this song as very sexual, but I think it's actually very, it's intimate in a different way. It's not necessarily sexually intimate. It is very emotionally intimate.
Yeah, she is both perhaps naked physically and emotionally.
Right. It's not explicitly a sexual metaphor. It is, and it's a very emotional metaphor.
And that's the best friend and the desire thing I was talking about too.
I actually, as you were talking, Jody, like I was thinking, like, the dress is the transition. It's the thing that everybody sees on the outside, and it's the thing that you get to take off in the private. So it's almost like it represents that turning point, the transition from friend to lover and relationship. And that's kind of what the song is about. It's maybe like it is the spark. It's the thing that initiates that change. It's her initiating the change because she's the one that decided to put on that dress. And Jen, like you were talking about it, is like it's almost like the bridge is the realization, like the aha moment. And then the song is like, well, what are we going to do about it? The dress is like, how do we take action and do something? And represents agency. I love this exercise of doing like the deep dive of like going line by line, because as we were talking about the purposes, it struck me like why this was such a perfect song for Jenny Han to choose in the moment that she chose it for Summer I Turned Pretty. I know, Jody, you dropped off. But
I
I'll
dropped
talk.
off and
I'll
can't do
talk
it.
for our listeners because I think we probably have some overlap. But like,
I'm sure we have people who
this
watch it.
song was so. First of all, for those of you who don't know, Summer I Turned Pretty, it is a series that is just has Taylor Swift songs all over it. It's one of the reasons a lot of people even started watching the song. Jenny Han is a really, really big fan of Taylor. She wrote her a letter and she was like, "Hey, it would mean the world to me if I could use some of your music. I'm such a huge fan, and I want to tell the story." And Taylor was like, absolutely yes. And Taylor actually invited Jenny Han and Lola Tung, the actress in the show, to one of the Eras concerts, and like clearly is aware of the show, watches her, like it admires their work. And so there has been this relationship kind of between the music and the show from the beginning. In every season, people are like, what is going to be the song that you pick for the different parts? And there were a few times in the season finale where the song choice was just incredible in the storytelling. This song has a particularly special part. It is at the climax. For 3 seasons, you have this one character of Belly, and there are 2 brothers, and she's like, which one is it going to be? Is it the one that I've loved my whole life since I was a child, but maybe I only loved him because I was a child and I thought that I was always going to end up with him? Or is it this other brother who I've only started to love as an adult and he loves me, and like maybe I love him because he loves me? And this is actually the moment when she decides. Finally, like Belly makes the choice. And it's the moment when they finally get together at the very, very end. This song plays, and it was an amazing thing in the moment. But I think having gone through it lyrically and just like knowing that it represents that choice of like friend to lover, like soulmate, maybe, and that transition, but also like the girl making that choice and the agency that you have with it, it just is like blew my mind. Like such a perfect choice, and it just like makes a lot of sense why this song was there in that moment.
Love this song. I think eventually we're going to do a Reputation album deep dive, but almost every rep song we've talked about is that public versus private. And I love that every time we do a rep song, we get to that theme again. And it's like that album was not, I mean, I loved it when it came out, but it is
It was
it was underappreciated. It is a tight album thematically. Like
Yeah.
it is there. And I'm really excited. Someday, listeners, we will
one day
do album overviews. But I love rep. I love the song. No notes. Good way to spend a Saturday morning for us.
Oh, the best. All right. Well, that is all we have for you on this episode of AP Taylor Swift. Join us next week as we deep dive and overanalyze some more Taylor Swift songs right here on AP Taylor Swift.